Hi everybody. So another special video today. This is technically part of the wing, but I am making a proper wing cradle. You can see the one that I've got as a loaner in the background, and while it works perfectly good for storage, it's no good for actually working on the wing. It's actually quite crap. I can't put the ailerons on. I can't hold it steady when I'm trying to do any kind of work. So it's time to do this properly. So, got up early, got my ass over to Home Depot. I bought 7 2x4s, a tiny little not even a half sheet, a quarter sheet of plywood. That'll be for the nose. And then I ordered some casters, same locking casters that I use on my workbenches. All in all, cost $50. And let me tell you, having this new wing cradle does not suck. So here I'm just fabricating the pieces. The cradle, I tried to make it roughly the same size so that as I sat next to the wing in a chair, it would basically have the work area, which would be the wiring, aileron actuation, the rest of the internal stuff that I need to work on, pretty much right there at work level. I start by making a couple of end frames. 4 pieces of 2x4, capped between two, so basically just a miniature wall. The 2 in the center are spaced just far enough apart to allow for another 2x4. Those will be the braces that go down the length of the thing. So I'm going to make both frames. So what I'm going to do is I'm making both frames and I'm making them complete. Then I'm going back after the fact, once everything is squared up and good. There's Liz saying hi. I'm actually going to take my piece of plywood and I stencil in the rib cutout from the tank cradle, and I just cut out 2 of the wing pieces from there, and then I drill it into the end cap. Then I take the top back off. Now this serves 2 purposes. One, I'll be able to lay the wing across with the leading edge. It'll be in its place, and that's perfect. Now, let's say that the leading edge is not in. Well, the way I have it set up is so that I can take that same piece of 2x4 that was on there before, and I can put it back on top and just lay the empty spar on top. So the idea is that when it's time to start working on the right spar, I'll have a place for it to rest, and I don't have to worry about clogging up my workbenches, or both of them at the same time, which I think is pretty smart, which is kind of a rare accident for me. And let me tell you, look, just because this video is sped up 20 times, that jigsaw that I'm using, that thing sucks. That thing vibrated every bone in my body and my entire soul all at once. It's just a piece of shit. So here you can kind of see those cutouts, and I've designed it so that the outside, or the bottom of the wings, would be pointing to the outside, because that's all you really ever work on. I mean, once the top skins are on, you don't ever get to the wings. I mean, everything goes through the bottom of them. Wiring, doing the aileron actuation, autopilot, all that. So there you can get a really good shot of what the cutouts look like. So now I'm just doing the cross bracing. I've seen some people that only have one cross brace across the bottom, and that's fine. You still have to have some kind of corner brace on it to keep the end pieces from going to and fro. I just decided to add a second. And that's a happy wing cradle right there. The only thing that it's really missing is so I'm going to put in some 2x4 cross braces, as well as an extra 2x4 along the bottom. More or less, it'll be like 2/3 of an I-beam. And then some wheels, and that's all that sucker needs. And here we are the next day. So it's amazing what happens in 24 hours. The day before was sunshiny with some light clouds. Today, this whole last week has just been like pissy rain, heavy rain, on and off. It's just been shit. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't really describe it as shit. I actually love this weather. Everyone else calls it shit. I love it. So here I am. I just used 16-inch pieces of 2x4 that I had left over from the build. Cut 45s in them and wood glued and screwed them in. I got really lucky. I ran out of wood glue exactly right at the end of this project. So you can kind of see the cross braces there. They work really well. It's just keeping the ends from torquing, yawing. Oh, great! And here I am working on the tail cone, which technically should have been a separate video. Dumbass. Okay, forget you saw that. Pretend you didn't see that. So I've got the, there's the casters, and in typical cheap and easy fashion, so what I've done is I basically just used 1.5-inch sheetrock screws and 1/2-inch washers because the holes in them they're the exact same size as the head for a sheetrock screw. So 1/2-inch washer keeps them in place. Now I gotta say I really like this. This is a good wing stand. Now all I need is my buddy to come over and help me move the wings over, and we're good. So, oh, pardon me. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Now that this wing's in place, I'm actually going to start working on some wing actuation stuff. I'm working on the tail cone probably today. It's early in the morning. It's 7:30 here, but I'm thinking I'm going to go work on the tail cone for a bit, and then I'll maybe, now that the wing's going to be in a good place, I might actually work on the aileron actuation. Hard to tell. So yeah, look at that. Now all I do is I secure the stud. I secure the thing down with 2 screws, and it's all good. So there it is, Wing Cradle. See you soon.